Hello, everybody. Hello. Look, this is me checking. Happy Wednesday. Hello on a Wednesday. I'm so happy to see so many folks in the room. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. We're glad you joined us today. And hello to the whole gang in here. So a shout out to Peter Amadon coming in from Vermont on his birthday. Happy birthday, Peter Amadon. Woo! Yay. We're so happy that you're joining us again today, Peter. Lots of love. Peter will be actually in the room with us with Faya Rose Toure another day in our Singing for Racial Justice Week. So we can't wait to be with you again then. Hello, Becky in Vancouver, and hello, Betsy in DC, and Suzanne in New York, and Deborah in Kentucky, Susan in Ohio, Annette in California, Sheila in Florida, Carolyn in Idaho, Gay, hello, nice to see you today, and Anne, hello, Karen in Arizona, who just put up a happy birthday note for Peter. I love it. Hello, Sue in California. Susan, nice to have you with us today. Hello, Christiana and Bob. Great to see you. And Doug in Vermont. Hello, Sarah in Texas. And Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts. Hello, Jane in the UK. Lynn in Connecticut with Darla standing by. Hello, Penny. Nice to have you with us today. I think you're new to us. And Fred in DC or Maryland. Thank you for being here. Anne in New York. And Anne in Maryland, and Bonnie in Idaho, Arlene in California. Hello, Karen in Utah. Hello, Beth in Kentucky, Deli in Maryland, Harriet in Chicago, Jacqueline, nice to have you today. Luda in Victoria with a space for Mark right next to you. Hello, Moria, nice to see you today in California. And Karen, hello. I think you might also be new to us. Kevin in New Hampshire, David in New York, Gary in Massachusetts, and deep breath. Hello to Trish in BC and Steve in Baltimore. Brian, glad you're here today. Nancy, hello. Dee, nice to have you with us today. Tom and Victoria. Hello, Elizabeth Melvin. Please check the chat for Elizabeth's amazing singing opportunity, which is right after we are in here today. Anna in Maryland, hello. Susan in Idaho, hello. Janet, hello in Georgia. Nice to see you. And Mac and Sean, glad you're back again today. I know you're new to us. And Mac, I think, is New Hampshire. Janice in Ohio, hello. Mabel and Bob, or at least the Mabel half, hello. Caroline, and hello, Moonflower. And for folks off video, David and Doug, Christy, Kachina, Valerie, Ellen, Deborah, Sandra, Sarah, Abigail, Isabel, Derva, I think you're new to us today. Mary and Ken, also maybe new to us. Hello, Beryl, and hello, Carol, and Sharon, and Mommy. I'm so glad you guys are all here today. Thank you so much for being here. Super glad to see you during our Singing for Racial Justice weeks of the daily Antidote of Song. For anybody who's new, we're here every day at noon singing one song together, having some discussion. And the next two weeks, we're focusing specifically on racial justice and singing songs and chatting about racial justice issues, which we know there's a lot of in our nation and in the globe to be talking about. So thank you all for joining us again today for another uplifting song. Quick notes for anyone who's new, the lyrics will be in the chat. There will also be my email in the chat if you want to get on our daily Antidote email list where we send the song leaders and the lyrics in advance. We also have a great racial justice, Singing for Racial Justice flyer that I can send out to you. Just put your email in the chat or email me. And I want to thank Aaron Geyer, who's running the tech today. I want to say happy birthday again to Peter Evanon. And I want to say hello and welcome to today's hosts who are going to introduce today's guests. So I'm super delighted to have Pat Humphreys and Sandy O from Emma's Revolution bringing us a new artist in the room today and bringing also their lovely selves. Welcome, you guys.
Hi.
Morning and good day and all of that. It's morning for us out here in California. Great to see you all.
And this is, we wanted to bring to you today our friend Elise Bryant. Elise and I met through Pete Seeger, and we can talk more about that later, and the People's Music Network. Elise is a powerhouse of a song leader. She is the founding director of the DC Labor Chorus, but she had a long history of organizing in the labor movement, both in her native state of Michigan and in the DC area for many years. And we know her as an amazing song leader and producer. She's been in the theater in Michigan and in DC. And we just we know her as our friend. So we wanted to bring her here today to be with you all.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
so
you.
please welcome Elise Bryant. And Elise, what have you got for us? What's on your heart? What have you got for us today?
Well, Sandy, I am giving thanks for all favors received and for the opportunity to share with this program that was happening right here in my own backyard that I didn't know about until you guys called me. Although I lied. Fred Stolas has been sending this out for a couple of weeks. I just like, there's so much going on. But it caught my attention. And I'm really grateful to be here in honor of the ancestors, the ones who stepped off the boat, kissed the ground, and willed me to be here. You know, and often people will say to me, oh, you know, these are such hard times. It's been so bad. How do you do it? And I'm like, I am the descendant of the survivors, right? I carried that DNA, and that DNA is in this room together. And that's the beauty of song. Theater is actually my first love. And but when I came to DC, I didn't know any theater people, but I knew some singers from the Great Labor Arts Exchange, like Peter and Steve Jones and Lucy Murphy. And so I decided we should have a chorus. I mean, New York had a labor chorus and San Francisco had a labor chorus. And I said, what, DC should have a labor chorus. So we began. This is one of the songs that we sing. This is Lift Every Voice and Sing. I'm singing it in honor of the ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. I'm singing it in honor of the First Nations people on whose land we're standing. I chose it of a bunch of songs I'd ran by Sandy and Pat and going, oh, how about this one? How about this one? But I woke up and this was on my heart. James Weldon Johnson wrote it as a poem first. And he did it for a public school. And his brother, John Rosamond Johnson, put the music to it. And they did it for 500 kids and in the South. And these 500 kids grew up and became teachers and passed the song along and passed the song along. And people often will just sing the first verse, but James was adamant that all verses should be sung. And that when he heard about the 500 children singing this song, he was like, oh, this is what I live for, to pass this on. So after this, I'm like thinking, we should have a 500 children chorus, sing this song. But right now, it's 103 of us now. So I know members of the DC Labor Chorus who are here know this. And if you know it, you know, by all means, sing along. Here we go. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat hath not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the bright gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever on the path, we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Wow, that is so beautiful. We're gonna come join you up there. I have to say, one thing I love, first of all, who doesn't love singing with Elise beaming at you? This is one of the things I remember so much about the first time I met you at the Great Labor Arts Exchange. You just stand up there, and this is at the National Labor College in Silver Spring, Maryland, and it's a gathering of artists of all kinds, whether visual artists, musical artists, who have a focus on labor, who care about labor issues and want to connect their art with their commitment to justice for workers. So the first time I heard Elise sing and saw Elise, you know, there were, I don't know, 300, 400 people in the room, and you're standing at the front, no microphone, no nothing, because you are Elise Bryant, and you just stood up and you opened your arms and started singing and beamed that smile at us, and then your voice. So I have to say that it brightens my morning out here in California to start with you and your smile. And one thing I love about how you led us in that song is that as a person connected to theater, you took the time and the effectiveness of how you sang it to slow things down, to soften things up when they were more tender moments. I love that we got a chance to sing that song with the story that you told, and really feeling each word and what it meant and what it means in that song.
And you know, lots of folks in the larger African American community consider this the Black national anthem. It's been referred to in that way. So it's a really important song in our collective culture. So I'm so glad that you brought it to us. There's so many of us that have not had access to it necessarily, and it's a really important song in that community.
It's an official song of the NAACP. They adopted it as their official song. And I learned it in Detroit public schools when we had music classes, right? And so that was one of the songs that we were taught.
So but really carrying on the teaching kids the song so that it could be passed on.
Yeah. And it wasn't until our family reunion that I invited the DC Labor Corps. We had our family reunion at the National Labor College, Tommy Douglas Center. And I invited the chorus to sing on the big night, the Saturday night dance. And we closed with Lift Every Voice and Sing. And my oldest cousin came to me, the matriarch of the family. She said, I didn't know white people knew that song. I said, oh yeah, white people know the song. Yeah, they sing it too. They sing it. Because James didn't mean it as the Black national anthem. He thought it was an anthem. He thought it was a song that everybody should sing. And of course, it's rooted in the African American tradition, but it later became known as the Black national anthem.
Yeah, but that's a good point, right? When will we see that as a national anthem? And when will we decide that this is our national anthem too, if we need to have both? I mean, wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I love that idea. And we didn't mention all of your work as a labor organizer, but is there something you want to talk about that and tell people about Great Labor Arts Exchange, which is coming up in June? again?
Yes. Yeah, June 17th through the 20th. You can go to laborheritage.org, www.laborheritage.org, to get the information on the Arts Exchange. It's probably going to be online. We're going to be online again. We're not going to be in person yet. We're looking forward to it. The work. I came into the labor movement through the Industrial Workers of the World. That was actually my first union when we organized the student bookstore at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. And this brother named Fred Chase was with the Wobblies, and he brought us in. But it was in the process of getting hired at the Labor Study Center at the University of Michigan to do a labor theater project, because theater, as I said, was my first love, that I began to realize how you could use song to introduce anything you do. And that over the years, what I've realized is that song is, when we sing together, we breathe together. When we breathe together, our hearts synchronize together, which is the power of song, which is why every social justice movement in the world has songs or chants, because that has to be that time when we like come together. And Ellis Bowl, I was at a Labor Notes conference, and Ellis Bowl leaned over to me. I was getting ready to speak, and he said, "You should start with a song." I was like, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, because it's like that something. It's biblical. I'm not a biblical scholar. Somewhere in the Bible says, if you pray, you organize. No, he said, if you sing, you organize twice. I think the original is something. If you pray, you organize twice.
Nice.
So from then on, I would lead everything I do. Whenever I give a speech or something, I start with a song, and I start with a song that basically everybody can sing, which is something that's well known, and it works. It just gets us all engaged at the same time. And singing in this format, was kind of weird, because it's like singing to myself, because I don't really see everybody. And so that part of me just said, well, because I can't do this, right? Which I really want to do. Is that I could take every word. I could listen to every word, hear every word, and take it for what it was in that context. And that's not what I usually get to do. So that was different. And
yeah.
Oh, that's
there was a.
nice
I'm sorry. There was a question. The way they posed it was, is it okay for a white person to lead this song?
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to put that out so that.
Oh yeah. So when we also have dashikis that we wear. Our t-shirts are our informal wear, and then we wear dashikis for our concert dress wear. And when we started the way we were going to wear Henley's shirts, but when our youngest member said, "Why don't we wear dashikis?" And then somebody said, "Well, how are we gonna have white people wearing dashikis?" And Lucy Murphy said, "I wear white people clothes every day. How come white people can't wear black people clothes?" Lucy. So I'm like, yeah, white people sing this song,
But I think context is important. I think, as a largely white presenting person, that I have Native ancestry, but I think when we present, when we're going to sing a song that comes from a different tradition,
Absolutely.
It's really important for us to honor that tradition and speak to that tradition, speak to our sources, and really, I think how we set it up and honoring its origins is really crucial.
I agree. I think that it's to give it context. I mean, the whole thing about white culture usurping African American culture and not identifying. Elvis Presley singing, songs that African American artists wrote and not giving credit. I mean, that's the thing. Just give it the context. This is where it comes from. It doesn't be a long, lengthy dissertation. Yes, this comes from the African American tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. And I saw another comment that someone said, "A key I could sing this song in. Yay, altos."
Yes.
So
I'm a tenor.
Right.
And usually I preface singing by saying, if you're a soprano, sing an octave higher. Altos, go for it. I used to be an alto before the cigarettes and the beer, but tenors were right there. Bass might be a little too high. Y'all can drop down an octave. Yeah. And all the tenors, somebody said female tenors out there, hey, this is our key.
It's so great. And you are still running the DC Labor Chorus even in Zoom time.
We are still rehearsing every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, we had a list of 18 words that people came up with, one word to describe how you feel doing Zoom, and it was all positive except from the two people who don't come to rehearsals.
Uh-huh. Right. I was going to say, I mean, that's when you spoke about what a new experience this was for you to essentially be singing it to yourself without needing to conduct and everything. Zoom does create these new opportunities. So, and you have here in the room, 105 people who love to sing. So, folks who are here, if there's something you want to find out about DC Labor Chorus, or you want to find out more about Great Labor Arts, there are some links in your chat. And folks who are watching on Facebook, you could look up either DC Labor Chorus or Great Labor Arts Exchange and Labor Heritage Foundation to find out more about bringing that. Okay, yeah, someone was saying about stand when you sing this song. You have a thought about that, Elise?
Yes. Usually I would be standing, but if I stand, it's like
it's a different experience.
I could have stood back here.
Yes, I mean that is you're correct. That has come up in a number of situations. It's expected in most settings when you sing this song to treat it as if it were a national anthem, and it is.
There we go.
Well, and in general, I mean, if I were, because this is a song swap, I at least think song swap content. I didn't think about standing, but if I were singing and performing it, I would absolutely stand, because when you stand, I mean, you just get more power, and your feet are rooting the ground, and your lungs have room to expand, and all that kind of good stuff. So, whether it's a national anthem or not, I think standing is just much better for singing.
Yes, of course.
If you can.
People are also admiring your shirt.
Yeah.
Your DC Labor Chorus shirt, which I imagine are they available through Labor
Yes,
Heritage?
they are. Yes, you can order a DC Labor Chorus shirt. And of course, our designer is Ricardo Levis Morales.
Oh, yes.
I met at a cultural democracy conference years ago before I even went to the Arts Exchange.
Yeah.
Yes, Ricardo Levis Morales is also a really wonderful visual artist, does social justice oriented artwork, and is a great friend of the DC Labor Chorus and all of us who do justice work. Mm-hmm. So he's also somebody to look up, a really great resource.
So Elise, can we ask you to lead us again in that beautiful song? And thank you for sharing all the stories and experience. And I guess folks can stand or sit
who can,
as it works for your Zoom ability today.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't guarantee I'll be in the same key, okay, y'all. So just bear with me. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, chastening rod felt in the days when hope unborn had died. yet with a steady beat hath not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever on the path, we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Thanks so much, Elise. Joe, we're going to turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Pat and Sandy, and thank you so much, Elise. That was so beautiful. And so a couple of days ago, David Roth was in here singing with us, and he said something along the lines of, I don't even know if I'm going to remember how to sing standing up when this is over. And I thought it was so perfect, because for singers, we do always stand, right? And this is the strangest new development. As we sit, you know, depending on our chair, we might even be sitting in some scrunched up little ball, and we're looking for that air, right? So deep breath, everybody. It was absolutely beautiful to sing with you, Elise. And I know you're on Zoom all the time. If you want to actually hit your gallery view now, you'll get to see us all say thank you. So everybody, let's thank Elise so much. Thank you, Elise. That was absolutely precious. A really, really good song to sing in our Singing for Racial Justice weeks. And as you said, a really good song to sing all the time. And I hope that we can have you come back and sing with us again, because that was a great journey. And I want to thank Pat and Sandy so much for bringing you to our space. And I'm glad that you've now been in the room, since you are right there in Silver Spring, just mere minutes away from where we're running it. So it really feels great to have made the connection. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. I'm going to just say quickly, I said happy birthday to Peter Amadon. I want to remind Peter and anybody in the room who has a February birthday, we're in February, right? Good grief. Sorry, gang. That we have every month on the 21st, a community sing. And one of the things that we do in the community sings is we expressly and specifically celebrate people's birthdays who have a February birthday. And now we've started, since we're in Zoom land, actually creating a slideshow of anyone whose birthday comes that month. So if you happen to have a birthday in February, and if you like Peter Amadon and want to see him starring in a slideshow, please come and celebrate with us on February 21. We'd love to sing with you and wish anybody who's celebrating the best birthday ever. And I want to thank everybody on Facebook Live for joining us today. Please join us tomorrow and for the rest of this amazing 2-week period while we sing with incredible artists and incredible hosts who share the space here. And thank you again to Pat and Sandy and to Elise. And goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Thanks for being here.